Welcome to my watercolour YouTube channel. I'm Karen Rice. I'm going to be sharing with you tips on how to paint autumn leaves in watercolour with lots of fun techniques. If you're a beginner, or even if you've been painting in watercolour for a long time, this is such a fun thing to do because you can try out so many different techniques. You can practice wet on wet, damp into wet, damp into damp, really play around, even dropping water in to create textures and back runs. It's so freeing up and it's very therapeutic. So why not paint along with me? Here is the reference photograph. It's a collection of leaves I picked up just this morning and laid them out on this surface to really study them. And because they're laid out like this, you could even draw around them if you were to pick up your own leaves. And I love the fact that they're all different sort of colours. They're all at different sort of stages. And I love the textures as well. And the edges. Oh, it's just going to be so much fun to paint this. A link for this photograph can be found in the description below. I've pre-drawn the leaves on watercolour paper. I would suggest cold pressed would be the best, and I've actually just put my leaf in front of me for you to really see clearly what I'm doing. Firstly, I wet the surface of the paper and I'm dropping in yellows, oranges and reds into the surface where I can see those colours on the leaf. I'm using my size 6 brush, just letting the watercolour flow. Look at that, I'm using a little bit of Viridian there and letting it bleed into the yellow with my size 2 brush. For a full list of all the materials I'm using, just check out the description. My process here is to basically paint that first layer on, the lightest layer, and then drop other colours in there. Either wet into wet, damp into wet, or damp into damp, as you can see what I'm doing there. And I'm just dropping in various colours, yellows and greens, and then darker greens. So where you see a dark colour, make the paint creamier and use a smaller brush and just put it in those darker areas as I'm doing there around the edge of the leaf, and put in the little stippling marks on this skinny leaf here. I put some lovely sort of cadmium yellow with a touch of red here, painting wet on the wet surface of the leaf, and then dropping in some deeper colours with some reds and crimson. And as you can see here, I'm using a watercolour pencil and I'm just drawing onto the damp surface, and it creates a really nice effect. And the other thing I'm doing there is I'm actually using the watercolour pencil with some sandpaper and just sandpapering the tip of the pencil, and the pigment comes off to create some lovely textures. And I'm using the pencil here as well just to draw around the edge and letting that sort of watercolour pencil seep in a little bit and soften. So just try to experiment and have fun. Try different things out. It doesn't matter if it goes wrong. It's about the learning and knowing what's happening with watercolour, when to put colour in, when not to, and just enjoy it. As you can see here, I'm using my twig. I've sharpened it with a pencil sharpener. I've dipped it into some pale burnt umber, and I'm just drawing the veins of the leaves. If you'd like to see longer tutorials with lots more voiceovers, lots more tips and techniques with downloadable documents which include drawing templates for various tutorials. I also give full explanations of colour mixing. Why not think about joining my Patreon membership? Details about that can be found in the link in the top right hand corner of this video. And if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to ask me. Back to the painting. As you saw there, I was painting damp into damp. I'm just using a plastic card cut up, bank card in this instance, and I'm just lifting off some of the colour to show some light of the paper underneath. You need to do this when the painting is damp. I loved painting this little leaf with all its flaws, the little dark marks, and just painting them with really creamy dark burnt umber, damp into damp, and just putting these veins in with my size 2 brush, just to give that little bit of detail towards the second half of the painting. If you'd like to wait for your painting to dry to put this detail on, why not? It's no problem. Remember, you're just experimenting. I love painting these leaves. I just love the bright yellows and then the oranges and the browns, the reds. They're all just glorious, aren't they, this time of year? The trees look amazing, and just dropping in that orangey colour there, wet into wet, just letting the sort of paint travel so you get a lovely soft edge. I love painting this leaf. I love that sort of, it's probably not that clear on the camera, but it's got this sort of lovely cool green undertone, and then a very dark purple, sort of Payne's grey, indigo. It's got so many sort of different shades in this dark, and I really enjoyed it. And I tried to make my dark as interesting as possible using burnt umber, Payne's grey, a bit of phthalo blue, just to really sort of bring out that delicious dark colour. And I'm painting this damp into damp so the paint doesn't run too fast. And what you get with damp into damp is a soft edge, but it's more of a defined shape as well. And I'm sprinkling a little bit of salt on there to create some texture. The salt absorbs the paint and actually leaves the light of the paper underneath. Put your salt on when the paper is damp, not too wet and not too dry. I'm using my size 6 brush now. The painting has thoroughly dried and I'm actually just painting on these veins just to give some details now to the leaves, painting veins, doing a little bit of spattering, just painting little bits of darks here and there. I'm actually using a little bit of white paint with some of my colours just to show the light veins in some of the leaves. I used to think years ago using white was cheating, but now I find it a very useful technique to use in watercolour painting. But remember, less is more. I'm using my size 2 brush and I'm actually mixing the white with some of the watercolours. In this instance here, I've used white and some cadmium yellow. I'm just going to finish off spattering the background just to create a little bit of interest and texture. You don't need to do this, but it's lots of fun. Thank you so much for watching this tutorial. I really hope you enjoyed it and I really hope it's inspired you to have a go. If you'd like to see more tutorials like this, why not subscribe to my YouTube channel and you'll get updates of my latest videos. If you have any questions about this tutorial, please put them in the comments section below. I would love to hear from you and I'll try and get back to you as soon as I can. Thanks again for watching. Happy painting. Bye for now.